Now, what do you mean by projection? So let me just open my Mongo. Okay, so I can create one more. Right, so I can say use LB 46 was the one I created for you.
Yes, sir.
Hmm? Here it is. So we are getting the documents from the salary collection. How many documents can be displayed in one go?
20.
20.
20. Right. Now this db.cell.find, it is equivalent to which command of SQL? Tell me please.
Select
Select star from
table name.
SAL. Right. Select star from cell. Okay. And so select star means select all. But we also say, let's say I only want to display the employee ID and the salary. So I can say select EID comma salary from cell. Okay, so I can specify the columns which needs to be displayed, and here also we can specify the fields that needs to be displayed. And specifying the field that needs to be displayed is referred to as projection in MongoDB. So I can say db.cell.find method condition comma projection. Now once again notice how I am reading this. So db.cell.find method, the parenthesis, condition, the first curly braces, comma, projection, the second curly braces. And I can say over here EID colon 1 comma and salary colon 1, enter, and here it goes. You are getting only the employee ID and the salary over here, right? So like this we can specify the keys, specify the fields to be displayed. This is known as projection in MongoDB. Okay, let's say once again db.cell.find method, enter. I'm getting all. Now let's say I want to display all the fields except designation. So I can say db.cell.find method condition comma projection, and I can say DESI colon 0, enter, and you can see I'm getting the employee ID, apartment and salary. All the fields except the designation will be displayed. So what does this 10 mean? So over here 1 means show and 0 means hide. Is that clear? Let's take one more example over here. I will say db.cell.find method condition where the, let's say, department is HR comma projection. I doesn't want to display the designation, so I can say DESI colon
0.
Or let me put it like this, rather than saying I don't want to see the designation, so I can say EID colon 1 comma department colon 1 comma
salary.
colon 1, enter. And here it goes. So I'm getting the department salary and the employee ID of the HR team members. Now I have given you both the examples so you can see where you are getting the convenience. So if there are more number of columns to be displayed and less to be hidden, it is better we use the hide the particular columns, right? Because here I could have also given designation column 0, that will be more sensible over here. Is that clear? The meaning of projection?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. The next thing which comes up over here is the limiting of the documents. Once again, db.cell.find method enter. And you can see by default we get all the documents which are there within the collection. And if there are more than 20 documents, we will be getting type IT for more. I will type IT and I will be getting the next set of documents. Now, for an example, I want to put a limit to the number of documents to be retrieved. So I can say db.cell.find method dot limit 10, right? So I have limited, I am putting the limit on the number of documents to be displayed. So I'm displaying just the first 10 documents. I can also say like that, db.cell.find method condition is where the department is HR dot limit, say 5. So the first 5 documents of HR department we are getting over here. So this is known as limiting. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay. Then we also have something known as skipping. Once again, see over here, db.cell.find method enter. So you can see we are getting all the documents from the salary collection. Now I will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to skip the first 5 and then display it. So I can say db.cell.find dot skip 5. Okay, so I am skipping the first 5 documents and then displaying it. Okay, I can also put one more thing over here. I can say db.cell.find method dot count method, and I'm getting the 93 document. I want to get, let's say, db.cell.find method dot skip 90. I'm getting the last 3 documents over here. Is that clear? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So, and I can also say, okay, I think this is the example better. And here comes your assignment. Have I discussed on this assignment? I think so, yes. Yes or no?
Yes, already.
Right, so you have already done this assignment.
Yes.
Great. Mac is raising the hand. Do you want to say something, Mac?
No, sir. Just wanted to get unmuted. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. 2 more participating. Abrar is raising the hand. Yes, Abrar, do you wanted to say something?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have one One doubt. It says we can only import the CSV, JSON, and TSV files, right? So can we not import the Excel file in MongoDB?
No, save it as a CSV and then you can import it. CSV, TSV, JSON.
Okay, sir. That was the
Right.
doubt. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome. Okay, moving further. So the assignment we have already discussed. The next topic which is coming up over here is the sorting of the data. Sorting means arranging in a ascending or a descending manner. Once again, I will say db.cell.find method, enter. We are getting this over here. And I can do one more thing. I don't want the designation for an example. So I can say db.cell.find method condition, comma, projection. Now, if you will read it like this, you will always remember it. And I don't want to show the designation over here. And I can say I want to get it arranged on the basis of the salary. So dot sort method, and I can say salary colon 1, enter, and here it goes. So all the documents has been arranged in a ascending order of the salary. You can also make it as -1, and you can see it is the descending order. Okay, so 1 stands for ascending and -1 stands for descending. Okay, then let's take another example over here. I will say,
Sir,
yeah,
in limit, only the top ones are shown, or is there any sorting done in limit also?
no sorting. Limit is the first.
Okay.
If you say limit 10, so first 10 documents, no sorting over there.
It's like saying top is equal.
Yes, definitely. Limit is just like top.
Okay.
Okay, let's take one more example. I can say db.cell.find method dot sort method. I can say department colon 1, comma, salary colon -1, enter. So by this example, I wanted to highlight that you can sort on the basis of multiple fields. So I am sorting on the basis of the department and the salary over here. So you can see the list of admin team members arranged in a descending order of the salary. Then we have the HR team members arranged in a descending order of the salary, and so on. Clear? So this method can be compared with what? Can you tell me? Tell me. Comparable to what?
Order by.
Absolutely correct. It is the same thing, order by. Okay. Then let's take one more example. I want to get the list of HR team members arranged in a descending order of their salary. So I can say db.cell.find method condition is where the department is HR dot, I say list of HR team members arranged in a descending order of the salary. So dot sort method, and I can say salary -1. Here it goes. List of the HR team members arranged in a descending order of the salary. Clear? Okay, let's take one more example. I want to get 3 highest paid temp team members, or let's say 3 highest paid associates of temp team. Okay, highest paid associate of temp, top 3 associates of temp team. So what I will say for this, db.cell.find method condition. Now here I have two conditions, so I will say dollar and colon. The first condition is where the department is temp, comma. The second condition is where the designation is associate, temp associate. Then dot sort method. I wanted to sort on the basis of the salary in the descending manner. Okay, dot limit 3. Enter. 3 highest paid associates of temp team. Okay, and let me just put one more thing over here just for your example, comma, let me say DEPT colon 0, enter. So in this example, what I wanted to highlight, this is one example in which I have used the condition, projection, sorting, limiting. Okay, now I want to get who are the next 3 after these 3. So I can say dot skip 3, enter. So these are the next 3 over here. Top 3 highest paid associates of temp team. Then who are the next 3 highest paid associates of temp team? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Right. So in this, condition, projection, sorting, limiting, skipping, everything has been used over here. Right, here it goes. Sorting. Now the next thing which is coming up over here is the indexing. So I can say db.emp.find1, let's say, here it is. So indexing. Why do we use indexing? Why indexing? I need the answer, then only I will proceed.
Fetching the data
Retrieving the
fast.
data
Fetching
faster.
The fast retrieval of the
Faster
data.
data retrieval, this is the thumb rule. So whenever we say indexing, it should automatically come to your mind, faster data retrieval. Okay. Second point, indexings are not for us. It is for the respective tool. In our case, it is Mongo. So we will never be using the indexes directly. We will be, Mongo will be using the indexes. We will be just creating it. So we have different type of indexes over here, like default index, single field index, compound index, multi-index, TTL index, and unique index. Okay, so let's see how can we create the indexes. So let me write, I can say db.emp.find method condition is where the city is Delhi, comma, let's say I want to display the EID, comma, name, comma, city. Enter. Right, so you can see I'm getting the list of the Delhi employees over here. Okay, right. So these are the fields over here. Now we need to create an index. On which field should I create the index? Tell me, shall I create an index on employee ID, name, address, city, phone number, email, or date of birth or date of joining? On which field you think I should create an index?
City field.
On
City.
why city?
So the condition is based on city.
Very good. Absolutely correct. Right? So we can create here also, we can create the index on all the fields if required. Okay. So on what basis we will decide that we will be creating the index on which field? So we will be deciding on the basis of our requirement, data fetching requirement. So as per the example I have given, we are assuming that we are fetching the data on the basis of the city very frequently. So let's create an index on the basis of the city. So I will say db.emp dot create index, and I will say city one, enter. And here it is. See the messages before one, after two. So the index has been created. Now, if you wanted to see that the index has been created, here we have a function called db.emp.get indexes, a method. db.emp.get indexes, press enter. And here it is. So you can see this index which has been created, right? This is the index, the one which we created. Okay, now first of all, let's understand the command. So db.emp.create index method. So create index is the method to create the index. Now within the curly braces, we specified the field like :1. Now 1 and -1, it stands for the order. What is the index? What is the index? Index is a sort of list. Yes or no? Index is a list.
Yes, sir.
That which information is lying at which particular address. Now, when the Mongo is creating some list, we are suggesting Mongo that the list which it will be creating should be created in an ascending or a descending manner. Okay, it should be in an ascending or a descending manner. Are you getting this? So
Yes.
1 means ascending and -1 means descending. Okay, just to give you an example, I can also say db.emp.create index city :-1, press enter. You can see indexes before 2, after 3. I will say db.emp.get indexes, and here it is. These are the indexes. So you can see over here city :1 and city :-1. So basically Mongo has created two lists on the basis of the city. One is in ascending and another in the descending manner. However, in a real-time scenario, you will never create multiple indexes on the same field. Okay, it is just I wanted to give you an example. That is why I have done so. And as far as the name of the index is concerned, Mongo will automatically create the name by concatenating the name of the field and the order with an underscore. So here you can see city _1. This is the name of your index. And here it is city _-1. This is the name of your index. Is that clear? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Hello, I need a revert. Okay, next point, you also see when I created my first index over here, see the message which is appearing before 1, after 2. And when I said db.emp.get indexes, which is a method to see all the indexes created on the respective collection, you can see I'm getting 2 indexes over here. But I have created only one index, the first index I created. How come there is another index? Right? So you can see there is one index over here which is based on the underscore ID field on this particular field. So whenever you create a collection, one index is already there, which is known as a default index on the underscore ID field. And we cannot do anything with this particular index. It will always be there. We cannot remove it. It is the default index which is on the underscore ID field. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here it goes. db.emp.getIndexes, it is done. Right. So this is, we have created an index on the field that is city. And this index which we have created over here, it is known as a single field index. Now, once again, I will say db.emp.find1 method, enter. Here it is. Now, I will write a query db.emp.find method. I want your 100% attention where the 2 is, and I'm getting the result. Okay, don't worry about this because the data is more, so that is why it is appearing in a multiple line. So we are getting the documents where the address to is Dwarka. Now tell me, when I have executed this query, will my existing index be used? Yes, no. I want your prompt responses. Do let me know if you don't want to do so. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
I don't think we will be using that.
No, not, it is not about me using it or not. It is about Mongo. It is, will that particular what say the index, will it be used? Yes, no.
No.
It will not be used. Okay, if you said no, can I know why? Why it will not be used? Why do you think that it will not be used?
Because here we are searching based on address.
And the index has been created on the city. Absolutely correct. See, I am asking this thing because you have already done the same thing. And I wanted to highlight the same concept which we have learned in SQL is applicable over here also. Okay, so a particular index, it is a universal concept. Index will be used whenever we are fetching the data on the basis of the field on which the index has been created. Okay, on which the index has been created. Right. So let's do it. So here, if I want, I can create another index on the address too. Let's put it over here. So db.emp.create what happened? db.emp.method, and I will say I want to create on address 2 colon anything 1 minus 1, it will not make any difference. So before 3, after 4, and you can say db.emp.get indexes method. Okay, so here you can see a new index has been created on the on the basis of the address. And now when you will say this particular index will be utilized, right? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's take one more example. db.emp.find method condition. I will put 2 conditions. So I will say dollar and colon. The first condition I am putting it over here is where the city is Delhi, comma. The second condition is where the city is Delhi and let's say address 2 is Dwarka. And I will also use some projection over here. I only want to get TID, name, to, and enter. And here are the documents. Now tell me in this requirement whether the city index will be used, address index will be used, both will be used, or none will be used.
None will be used
Why?
because it was a single field index. Here we used multiple conditions, so we
Very
removed.
good, very good. Because whenever the searching is there, searching is always simultaneous, not sequential. That means it will not first of all search for Delhi and further filter it out for Dwarka. It will be searching for Delhi, Dwarka together, right? So in this case, here we have a concept of compound index. So let's create a compound index. So I can say db.emp dot create index method. I can say city colon 1 comma addr 2 colon 1, enter. Before 4, after 5, you can say db.emp.get indexes method. Here it is. And this is your compound index. So the compound index is an index which is created on, which is based on more than one field. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And what do we call this in SQL? If you remember that, composite index. In SQL, we refer to it as composite index. Here it is referred to as compound index. Right. Now, the other index which we have over here is a TTL index. Now, TTL stands for time to live. So, once again, db.emp. Okay, let's assume a scenario that we are fetching the data on the basis of the date of joining. Okay, we have a requirement and we are fetching the data on the basis of the date of joining. Will our any indexes of any help in this requirement?
No, sir.
Yes or no?
No.
No, sir.
Right. So we need to create another index on the date of joining. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
What is the drawback? Is there any drawback of creating an index?
Updating and
Insertion, during insertion update, indexes have to be updated.
updation will
So
get slow.
yes, indexes fastest the data retrieval, but it slows down the data manipulation. That is why we have to be careful while creating the indexes and should not create unwanted indexes. Okay,
Okay.
right. So in this scenario, what we should do? So here comes a concept of a TTL index. Let me first of all create it and then I will explain it. So db.emp dot create index method, I will say we are creating on date of joining. DOJ colon 1 comma I missed on something. Sorry, I missed on the braces. Yeah, here it goes. So you can see before 5, after 6, let me say db.emp.get indexes method. Here it is. So this is your TTL index, right? So db.emp.create index on the date of joining in ascending manner. And I have used the optional parameter over here, which says expire after second. So the life, which is 600 seconds. 600 second means 10 minutes. So this is an index which has been created only for 10 minutes. What is an index? Index is a list. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. So this list, Mongo will be maintaining this list only for next 10 minutes. After which it will not work on this list. This list will be of no use. Okay. So this will, as of now, if I'm working on the basis of this particular field, that is date of joining, my process will be faster. Agree? The process will be faster because of this index. But as it is not my permanent requirement, it is my temporary requirement. So it will automatically destroy it after 10 minutes. So that is the meaning of expire after seconds. And it is known as TTL, where TTL stands for time to live. Concept clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I need not to manually remove this. But there are some important points to be remembered regarding the TTL index. Number one, compound index cannot be created as a TTL. So it should only be a single field index. Number two, cannot be created on the capped collection. Now, who will tell me what do you mean by capped collection? Who will tell me what do you mean by capped collection?
We are capping the number of documents to be kept in the collection.
Where there is a limitation on the number of documents that can be stored, 5, 10, 20, whatever. So if it is a cap collection, TTL index will not be possible on it. Then cannot be created on a field on which other index exists. Supposingly, I already have an index on the city. I cannot create a TTL index on it. And logically also, it will not make a sense. If I already have a permanent list, why should I make a temporary list? Agree?
Yes.
Right. Here it is. So this is regarding the TTL index. Let's see what comes next. So the next which is coming up over here is the unique index. Okay. So this type of index maintains the uniqueness of a field. So once again, I will say db.emp. Okay. Okay. Let's try to create a unique index on the employee ID. So db.emp.create index method, I can say eid colon 1 comma unique colon true. Enter. Before 6, after 7, let us see db.emp.get indexes method, and here it goes. Okay, this is what we are getting over here. Fine, clear?
So can you show the code once again?
Here it is. Simply, we have provided an option that is unique colon true. Okay. Now, let me try.
Sir, but there is already an index on EID, right? The
No,
default
wait a sec.
index.
It is not under EID. It is underscore ID, the document ID, the object ID. On this field, we have a default index. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So let me try to insert a document. So I will say db.emp. insert method data, and here I can say EID as 1001, comma, name as comma, city as Mumbai. Okay, let's say this and try to insert this document and see what happens. Error. It is not allowing me to insert. Why? Because the ID 1001 already exists. Correct? Let
Yes,
me
sir.
change the employee ID over here. I will make it as 2001. Enter. It has been inserted. So like this, for the first time, you have noticed that we can put some restriction on the data to be stored in a MongoDB collection. So if you want to maintain a uniqueness of some particular field, here you have an option of creating a unique index on that particular field. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So the
Perfect.
second time you inserted, I didn't understand. How did that work?
Because I changed the employee ID. 1001 was there. I make it as 2001 and it was inserted. Only the employee ID should not be duplicated because of the unique index.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let me delete this newly added record. So db.emp. Oh, sorry. db.emp.
So since we have so many indexes on this table right now,
Yeah.
the data manipulation part that you just did, insert, should have been slower. Now I just want to understand the disadvantage here.
My dear, the data is very less.
Okay.
160 documents. It is negligible, nothing. Right? So these things I told you when we were working in SQL also, we can create the indexes, we can remove the indexes, but we will actually not see any, we will not be able to realize or notice the impact of the index because this data is very small. In any training environment, you will not be able to recognize. Think of the real-time scenario. Initially, I have taken an example of Amazon, where there is millions of data. There you will see the impact of indexes. Okay?
So in that case, let's say we created an index and then,
Yeah.
we doing data retrieval, then TTL would come into play, right? Because after some time when the data retrieval part of your thing is done and you have to do data manipulation, the index has expired and then it will not be as slower.
You are talking about the TTL index?
Yeah, so in the case of like Amazon data, since it is a huge data, right? So I'm thinking like if we create an index on one table or two tables, let's say, to retrieve data, and we use it for TTL for 600 seconds. After that, if we have to do data manipulation, it should not be slower, it should expire.
Absolutely, yes. That is
Okay.
for the temporary requirement. You are doing some analysis and you are fetching some data on the basis of that field.
Just to retrieve it faster, make it quicker.
Yes.
We do it for some
Absolutely.
time and then it
Yes.
expires.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
Right. So this was the unique index, and unique index allows one null value. So in this document, in this collection, you can see there are 163 records. Sorry, documents. 163 documents. Now in this only one document, in one document, the employee ID can be null because multiple null means duplicate. Okay. Here. Now, some other methods of the indexes are when we are already using, that is db.emp.get indexes. Get indexes, it is method to see all the indexes which has been created on your particular collection. Okay. Then we have, if you want to drop a particular index, you can say db.emp dot drop index method, and I can say let's drop this city :-1. enter. Indexes was 7. Now you say db.emp.get indexes, and here it goes. You can see a particular index has been dropped. If you want to drop any other, let's say db.emp.drop index method, and I can say eid:1. So you have to give the same pattern. If it has been created in the ascending manner, you have to use 1. If it has been created in a descending manner, you have to use -1. So this is as per the creation. Enter. Indexes was 6. Now you say db.emp.get indexes, and here it is. Okay, dropping of a index. And if you want to drop all the indexes, the method is db.emp.drop indexes method, enter. Indexes was 5. And now see db.emp.get indexes method, and here it goes. All the indexes has been removed, but the default index is still over here. As I said, you cannot do anything with that particular index. It will remain there forever. Neither I can create it, neither I can destroy it. Right? So this is a default index which is automatically created, will be always there. Right? And in Mongo, we can create maximum up to 64 indexes on a particular collection. Clear? Remember this thing. 64 indexes can be created on one collection. Okay? Any doubt, any questions on indexes?
Yes, sir. Hi, sir.
Hmm?
Doubt on unique index. Well, suppose if you want to make a column unique, so creating an index is the only way, or do we have
Created the index is only way, and not a column, but a field, we will say over here.
Oh, yeah, field. But we are necessarily creating an index, right? Which we don't
That
want.
is the only way, my dear, over here. Because as I said initially, in Mongo, we do not have any concept of constraints and all. No rules, nothing. Okay?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks.
So moving further to the next topic, which is aggregating documents. Aggregating document means performing the grouped operations. Okay, so let me first of all give you an example of this, and then I will explain it. Okay, so I can say db.cell.find method and db.cell.aggregate method, the strings underscore id colon I think I missed out. Sorry. Here it goes. Right. So I am performing over here a grouped aggregation. So the method is db.collection.aggregate. Try to understand this. db.collection.aggregate is the method. Now, within the square brackets, I am giving the aggregation string. So this complete is referred to as the aggregation string. Now within the curly braces, which aggregation I am doing? I am doing the group aggregation, right? I am doing the group over here. So I said $group colon and underscore ID. Underscore ID is specify the field on the basis of which the grouping has to be done. So underscore ID colon department indicates that I want to do the grouping on the basis of the department, comma, this TS. So it could be any, it is a label which I am giving to my aggregated field over here. So let me name it as total salary. Any name can be given, right? Colon, and here is you are giving the aggregation operation. I want to do dollar sum. I want to do the sum of dollar salary. So here you can see I have written dollar department, dollar salary, because I wanted to manipulate the value of that particular field. That is why we have to use dollar, and over here you can see that the name of the field is also enclosed within the double quotes. So we wanted to manipulate uh, with the value of that particular field and press enter. So here you are getting the department wise total salary, ops, MIS, temp, admin, etc. You are getting it over here. Is this clear to you? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, let's try to further manipulate on this.
What is why we use the underscore ID? Underscore ID is a primary key of the that
No,
document.
no. Over here, underscore ID is definitely the by default. It is the underscore ID means the document ID. But here, when we are saying underscore ID colon department, it is something like we are saying group by department. Let me make it as DE designation and press enter. The director, associate, manager, VP, etc.
So
So
here
I want to
underscore
group
ID is
on the basis on the particular field. So here underscore ID specify the field on the basis of which the grouping has to be done.
so underscore ID has some different meaning here, right?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes.
Okay.
Right. So if just for the understanding purpose, if I compare it with SQL, what it is?
Group by.
By
Group by. Select department, comma, sum, salary from cell, group by department. Okay. Now let me put it like this, and along with this, if I want to do some other operation, I can say comma, let's say number of employee colon dollar sum colon 1. Press enter. So what are you getting? You are also getting the number of employees. In each department, how many employees are there? So dollar sum colon 1. What does this mean? So with the matching, every matching department, so it founds the first admin team member. So the value of the number of employees will be 1. It found the another admin team member in the data, so it will add 1 to it. So 1 plus 1 becomes the 2. Then it again found another admin team member, so 2 plus 1 becomes 3. So it is adding 1 for each matching department team member. Then along with this, let's say I wanted to find the average salary, so I can say average salary colon, and I can say dollar average colon dollar salary. Oops, I missed on something.
Curly braces.
Yeah. Here it is. Comma, average salary, colon, dollar, average, colon, dollar, salary. I'm getting the average salary. Along with this, I will also like to display, I will say max sell, colon, dollar, max, colon, dollar, salary. Now it is gone over here. I need to use, here it is. Along with this, I also need to say min sell, colon, dollar, min, colon, dollar, salary. Here it is. Right? So you can see department wise, I'm getting the total salary, the number of employees, average, maximum, minimum. So various operations, various aggregations I have done after doing the grouping over here. Okay. Now let's try to understand what we have talked about. So we are talking about the aggregating documents. Aggregating documents means performing a group of operations for which the method which we have is aggregate. So here I have written db.collection.aggregate. These are the various aggregations expressions that can be done on the document, like sum, average, minimum, maximum. So this which we have applied in the example. And here it is db.collection.aggregate method. Then the square bracket indicates the aggregation string. Then within the curly braces dollar group, this is the aggregation which we are using, colon, within the curly braces on which field we are doing the aggregation, that is underscore id colon department, comma. This is the label which you need to give to a aggregated field, and then the aggregation of expression and the column on which that aggregation operation needs to be applied. Okay. If you understand and then write this, it will be more easier. Now, if you try to remember the syntax like the brackets, curly braces, 1, 2, 3, 4, it might be quite error prone. Okay, understood? So here it is, the example which I have given you. Any questions?
Sir, we don't have counts here. Count here.
We don't have a count aggregation over here.
Okay, sir.
That is why we have said $sum colon 1. That is how you can get the count.
For more
Yes.
than one column, we can do the aggregation.
No, aggregation will be on the basis of one column.
Okay, in the SQL, we can do the things more
Group by
than
this and then this. Yeah, here this will not be there. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic, which says atomic operations. Now, what is atomic operations? Atomic operation is doing the multiple things together. It is known as atomic operation. So for this, let me create one document.
Sir, in aggregate, when you did underscore ID department, and if you want to take two columns there, they'll have to be defined by underscore ID twice or just comma that other field.
Where are you talking about? This?
Yeah, sir. So underscore ID colon department, right? If you want to do the group by on 2 fields, then we will do comma the other field, or will it be underscore ID again for the other field?
No, underscore ID will be one.
Okay,
Just
so
need to take care of the parenthesis.
so it will just be
Okay,
comma and the other.
let's try that.
Okay.
Here it is. So I can say let's see if it works. Okay.
So how do you decide when to use square or curly brackets?
Whenever you have to do the collection of multiple elements, multiple things collection, it will always be a square bracket. So I am giving 2 fields over here, collection of 2 fields, square brackets.
So earlier we had used square brackets whenever we did and or.
So that was a collection of 2 conditions.
Right. So okay. So whenever we have
Collection of multiple things.
Then we use square. Okay.
Right. I will say more about square brackets, but slightly later in the module. And you will get more clarity on it. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Okay. So now we are talking about the atomic operation. So I was giving an example. So I will say db dot yes, it is there. Yes. Here it goes. Now just try to focus on this particular document. This is a new type of document which we are working on the first time over here, right? So what is the scenario over here? I have a collection with the name orders. right? I have a orders collections which contains the details about the product. What is the product over here? Dell mouse with the ID P0001, price is 650. So this particular, we have the details of the product, and this document also maintains the stock. It also maintains the detail about the customer who have purchased this product. So there are two things in this: the information about the product and information about the customer who have purchased this product. Are you with me on this?
Yes.
Right. Now see, this is your one document, right? This is one document, okay? And within this one document, you can see there are two more documents, 1 and 2. So a document within a document. Clear? Document within a document. Clear? Yes, no?
Yes.
Right. And this type of document is referred to as embedded document. A document within a document is referred to as the embedded document. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So, and over here, so the document contains the product ID, the product description, the price. OSTK means original stock, that is 10. BSTK is the balance stock, which is 8. And P by. Now you can see again, somebody was asking regarding the square brackets. So again, you can see a square bracket over here. Why a square bracket? Because again, I have a collection over here. Multiple things, collection of multiple things. And what is that multiple things? There are documents. So document number 1 and the document number 2. Okay, it is the collection of the documents. So this square brackets basically indicates an array. Array is the collection of the element, is known as array. We will elaborate more on it later. Okay, so P by is an array which contains the details of the customer who have purchased this product. Here we are moving with one assumption that a customer can buy only one quantity. He cannot buy more than one. So only one quantity is allowed per customer. So our requirement is that whenever a customer places a order for this particular product, the stock should be checked. If we have the stock available, the value of the balance should be reduced by 1, and the details of the customer must be added into the customer array. Clear? Clear?
This is all part of one document only then, sir.
Everything is happening in one document.
Insertion, deletion, and updation.
Where is the deletion over here? I can't see.
Well, not technically, but you said reduce the stock by 1, right? So
Updation, it will be updation.
right.
Right? One document containing the detail of the order, containing the detail of the customer. Whenever the order will place, we will check the availability of the stock. If the stock is available, the stock will be reduced by 1 and the details of the customer will be added into the P by array. This is the entire requirement. Clear?
Okay.
So let's do it. So here we have a method called find and modify, which simply means we will be finding a particular document and then modifying it. Okay, so I will say db dot orders dot find and modify method. Okay, find and modify method and then query. The search criteria we are specifying over here. Now the search criteria is where the underscore ID. I'm searching for a particular document is this. Where the underscore ID is this, and the BSTK colon dollar GT colon 0. Here it is, comma. So this becomes the search criteria, then update. I will say update $INC colon BSTK colon -1 comma dollar push colon dollar P, where it is, P by.
So there is one other thing I usually get
Wait.
confused.
Please wait.
Okay,
Let me complete,
sure, sir.
because I might also make a mistake. It's a long command, right?
Okay.
So it's so making mistake over here is not a big deal. We can definitely do that. P by colon, I can say PID colon C003 comma comma Hmm. Let's see if it is fine or not. Yes, it is. Let's see. db.orders.find.pretty. I think there is some problem. Just a second. Let me just rectify. Oh, yes. This is what So I did a small mistake of the brackets, and that is why I was not getting the desired result, but that has been rectified. So just focus over here what we have done. So I will once again show you. Okay, here it is. db.orders.find and modify. So first of all, notice when we executed this command, what happened. Can you see the details of the new customer has been added? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And can you notice that the balance has also been reduced by 1? Initially, the balance stock was 8. Now it is 7. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Now let's try to understand what we have written over here. So the method is db.orders.find and modify. Okay. So which simply means find a particular document and then modify it. Now, as we are finding the document, the method and the first curly braces is specifying the search criteria. So query. Query specifies the search criteria, and this is our search criteria. We are saying where the document number is this and the balance stock is greater than 0. So if the matching document is found, then comma update. So we have find it and now we are modifying it by using the update. Now colon. Now this curly braces, this one is indicating the updation to be done, in which $inc $inc increments a value of a field by the specified amount. So that means over here we are increasing the balance stock by -1. We are adding -1 to the balance stock. That means one will be reduced from the balance stock. Okay, then comma $push. $push is used to add an element to an array. Can you give me the name of an array in this particular document? What is the name of the array?
PB1.
P by, absolutely. That is purchase by. So $push, I want to add an element to array, the P by array, and within the curly braces, I have specified the document, that is the customer ID is 3000. Let me change it. 30004 name. The name and the purchase date. Let's say 3rd September. Press enter. Right? And now see db.orders.find and pretty, and here it is. You can see that the details of the customer had been added to an array and the balance stock has been reduced by 1. Correct? Is that clear?
Sir, this search query has to be on the basis of underscore ID.
Yes, whatever the search criteria, else any search criteria, I would say it is not mandatory, but then how will you search for it? In this particular document, this has to be changed.
We can search by PID.
There could be multiple P0001, P001. As we are working in Mongo, it is not mandatory that it is the only unique one. So we are specifying here, we need to specify the document in which the respective changes needs to be done. In this document, do these changes. Okay? Getting this point? Let's try to add few more documents over here. So find and modify, I will say purchase by customer number 5. Name is and the purchase date is 4th September. Let me try to add one more. Where is my customer number 6. Here it is. Let me add another one. Seven. Let me fifth only. Let's add one more. You can notice that the balance stock is getting reduced. Customer number 8. Let's try to add one more. Customer number 9. Here it goes. Let us say db dot orders db dot orders dot find method dot pretty method enter. You can see all the documents has been added over here and the balance stock has been reduced to 1. Okay, let's try to insert one more document over here. So I will say customer number 10. Oh. Customer number 10. Eight. Enter. Let us check. A document has been inserted and you can see that balance has become 0 over here. Let me try to add one more document.
What if a customer places an order for more than one?
Let me just complete and I will take your questions. Null. We are getting at null and see over here, the document has not been added and the balance stock is 0, right? So the last document which I tried to insert it over here has not been inserted. Why? Because again, see the search criteria where the object ID is this, the condition has been met and the balance stock is greater than 0. Balance stock is 0, not greater than 0. The condition is false. So the matching record has not been found over here. Clear? So when it doesn't found the matching record, how it will update it? Is this point clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Here it goes. So this is your find and modify method over here. And we are doing the atomic operations. That is, we are doing the two things together, searching for a document and then modifying it. Searching, modifying. So that is why atomic operations is there. And here we have also seen an example of an embedded document. Okay, now you can come up with some questions. Somebody was highlighting something. Okay, yes, go ahead.
So I had a question. In case the person is placing an order of more than one product
Yes.
at one time.
So that is what I highlighted here. We have taken an assumption that a customer can order only one quantity. He cannot order more than one quantity. If it is more than one, this concept will not be applicable over here.
Okay, so my second question was like, in a lot of places you put quotes and you don't put quotes. How do we decide where not to put quotes? Like in update, you did not put any quotes. So how do we?
Depending on what it is an operation over here. Query is a, you can say it is a keyword over here, right? So I cannot exactly give you this statement, okay, over here you will put and over here you will not put. But mostly whenever we are putting any method or whenever we are using some command, it will not be within the quotes. However, whenever we are talking about the name of the field, it will be there in the quotes. Whenever we are talking about the text data, it will be there within the quotes. Okay?
Okay. And
Right.
so one last question was where you use dollar signs. Also, how does
Dollars. Okay, yes, dollar sign is always used with the operators. We have learned, we have done the logical operators, the comparison operator. So all the operators in MongoDB comes with a dollar sign. And over here you can see dollar INC, dollar push. So what is this INC and push over here? These are the operations which we are doing over here, right? These are the operations, INC, increment. So there we will be using the dollar over here, right? But yes, in the beginning, I can say it could be slightly confusing for you. So as of now, you need to remember it. Okay, but generalized operator will always come with the dollar, and some operations which we are doing, they will be coming with the dollar. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. I think somebody else was putting up the question as well. Any other question, anyone?
No, sir.
Good. Okay, so we have talked about the find and modify, finding for a particular document and then modifying it. So find and modify is a method to search for a document and then modify it. Query specifies the search criteria, and update specifies the updation to be done within that document. $INC increments a value of the field by the specified amount, and $push adds an element to an array. Okay, so this is your arithmetic operations. Okay, and first of all, we are comparing the RDBMS approach and the MongoDB approach. In the RDBMS, what is the approach we used to follow is we define the normalized schema. We define the normalized schema. We develop the application and queries. The application is designed as per the data. Concerns are the users and the performance. Okay. Define a normalized schema. Just consider at the back of the mind, think about SQL. While if we wanted to maintain any data in SQL, what SQL has said? That distribute the data across multiple tables, right? We create multiple tables. You can take an example of your inventory structure. Your data was distributed across multiple tables. Remember, yes, no? Hello?
Yes,
Right. So define the normalized schema. Develop the application and queries. The application is designed as per the data. So in the RDBMS approach, first of all, the data structure will be designed, and depending on the structure, the application will be developed. First, the structure and then the application. And the challenges could be users and performance. Sometimes I might not be able to fully utilize the structure of the data. Okay. And I might be gathering or working on some unwanted data which is not required. Okay. Clear? So this is the RDBMS approach. On the other hand, MongoDB approach. Develop the application, define the model, improve the application, improve the data model. So here it is entirely reverse. Here, first of all, an application will be designed, and then first the application, then the data model. Whenever the changes is done in the application, the data model can also be changed. So you can say that change is a part of lifetime of the application. Throughout the lifetime of the application, whenever there are changes, the structure can also change. And I hope you understand the meaning when I use the word application. What do you mean by the word application? Please tell. Hello, I'm asking something.
The model.
So let's say you've made a employee salary and application where you're using it for employee information and salary information for the employees of a company. Now
Right.
I'm getting confused. Would that be application or data model?
That is why I asked this question, because I was expecting this from you. And I sense that there is some ambiguity in when I'm using the word application, and I will make it very simple. You visit any website, movie tickets. Weekend is approaching. Planning for the movie, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, no?
Yeah.
If yes, then book the movie tickets. It is the right time. Today is Thursday. You should definitely do the bookings. Okay. And when you will do the booking, what you will do? How you will do the booking? Open the browser, go to the respective website, book my show, and select the movie timings, book the tickets, right? Fill in some information, or you will be using a mobile app, whichever you find more convenient. Huh?
Right.
What is that? That is your application, my dear. So when I am saying application, at the back of the mind, you should get an image. Okay, I am filling some information on some website, web page, some form I am filling in very simple words. Now the application is very clear.
Yes, sir, clear.
So whenever you have any confusion regarding the application, think of the movie. Correct? Booking a movie ticket.
Okay, sir.
Right. So now again, continuing with booking of the movie ticket, when you are booking the movie tickets, you are providing your information and clicking on the submit button. When you click on the submit button, what happens? Where does the data goes?
The data model.
In the respective database, which could be a RDBMS or it could be a Mongo as per the requirement. So here we are saying that okay. Let's take, I'm just taking a hypothetical scenario over here. While booking the movie ticket in my application, currently there is no criteria to specify the age. Okay. Currently in my application, while booking the movie ticket, I don't have to specify the age. But now, due to some requirement, it is mandatory to specify the age while booking the movie ticket. So in this case, that age value should also be stored within my database.
Yes, sir.
Right? So the changes has to be done in my database.
Yes.
And that is what the meaning of improve the application, improve the data model. So this is the MongoDB approach, that whenever there are changes done in the application, some new requirement is there, the structure will also be changed. So this change will be throughout the life cycle of the model. And in any case, whenever there are some changes, I need not to hold my application. I need not to block my application. It will be an on-time, real-time thing. Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the difference, I'm comparing the RDBMS and the MongoDB approach. Okay, if I put the same scenario in SQL while creating, if my structure says that there must be a age field. If my structure, the SQL structure which I have created, then the application will design accordingly and it will accept the age from the user. It is not application to the structure, it is structure to application. The application will listen the structure. Whatever the structure will say, application will do. This is SQL. And whatever the application will say, structure will do. This is Mongo. I hope it is very clear to all. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here it is. So now we are talking about the data modeling in MongoDB. So just excuse me for a minute, please. I just need a 1 minute. Huh? Sorry for the interruption. Where we have gone? Where's my PPT gone? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay. Right. So data modeling with MongoDB. So it is just a repetition of what I just said. Data model is designed at the application level, which means whenever the application will change, the data model will change. Design is each part of application lifetime. So throughout the lifetime of application, the data model can change. The data will which the application needs read and write uses of the data affects the data model. More read, more write, optimized for the purpose. The data model will evolve. Now, this is another wonderful feature which we have over here is we can optimize that why our application is, for what purpose the application is there. To understand this, let's take an example. I hope you all are aware about Make My Trip application. Yes. Make My Trip application.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we use Make My Trip for the booking of hotels, flights, etc. Okay. Now you tell me on this particular application, there will be more of read operations or write operations. More people will book the hotels. Let's take an example of hotels. So more people will book the hotel on using Make My Trip, or more people will search for the hotels using Make My Trip. What do you think? Searching will be more or booking will be more?
Searching, more queries.
More queries, right? Many a times we keep on searching on this. Okay. On the other hand, let's take an example again of reviews. Let's take there is an application for the reviews of Learnbay student. Now say more people will give the review or more people will read the review. Reading will be more or writing will be more. What do you think? Or let's take a more simpler example, again a book my show. So in that, more people will book the movie ticket or they will keep on searching for the movie tickets? Come on, tell me. Booking a ticket, right? So you will go to the book my show when you need to actually book the ticket. So in this particular book my show example, we can see there is more of write operations. Whereas in the case of make my trip, there will be more of read operations. Okay. So in this scenario, your application can be optimized. If there are more write operation, it can be optimized for that. It will give a preference to the write operations. The write operation will be more faster. Whereas if there are more read operation, it can be optimized for that. There will be the read operations will be more faster. Okay. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now coming to the actual data model in MongoDB. So the first data model which we have in MongoDB is a normalized data model. In this model, every subdocument has an ID. A normalized data model describes the relationship using references between the document. In general, use the normalized data model when embedded will result in the duplication of the data and there is more data. To represent more complex many-to-many relationship, to model large hierarchical data set. Let me put it in a simple words. And before that, very important, please notice we are talking about the relationships in MongoDB, the data model in MongoDB, but do not get confused with the relationship we used to create in SQL. In SQL, we used to create the relationship among the tables. How? How?
Using foreign key.
Absolutely, by using the foreign key. But here we do not have any such concept, right? There will be no practical or a physical relationship between the two collections or the two documents. It is just a conceptual thing in which when we are talking about the normalized data model, it is saying that rather than putting all the data in one document, distribute the data across multiple documents. Let me give you an example of this. So I can say db.user.insert method I will create one more over here. Okay, so I have created 3 documents over here. Let me show you. db.user.find method. Another is db.access.find method. Then we have db.contact.find method. Enter. Right? So in one document, I have the user ID and the name. Another document, I have the access rights of that particular user, and that group he belongs to, and the type of access he has the data. And another document containing the city and the phone number of the users. Now look at this and tell me, Robert is from which city and he belongs to which particular group? Tell me. Quickly tell me, please. Robert is from which city and he belongs to which group?
Goa
Ops.
and OPS.
And ops. Correct. But how do you know that? This
UID.
particular document does not contains the information about the city and the access type.
Joining the
Matching values.
documents.
Right? So we come to know about this with the help of the user ID. So you can see, okay, the user ID of Robert is U2 and U2 is from Ops and he is from Goa. So this information, the name, control, group, city, phone number, I could have also kept all this information in one document. Yes.
Yes.
The entire information can also be put it into one document, but rather than putting it into the one document, I have distributed in 3 separate documents for, let's say, easy manageability. And this is known as normalized data model. This is the normalized data model. Rather than putting all the information in one document, distribute it in another documents. Clear? However, let me add one more document over here. Here it is. And I will say, right. Now quickly give me the name of the user U4. What is the name of the user U4?
No.
Not present.
And that is what I mean when I say there is no practical or a physical relationship among the documents. In case of SQL, this was not possible. If I wanted to insert the data into this particular table, first of all, the data needs to be inserted into the main table. However, that is not applied over here. So no practical relationship. It is just a conceptual thing. It is logical thing that rather than putting all the data into one collection, we have spread it into the multiple collections or the multiple documents. Is that clear? Normalized data model.
Yes, sir.
Great. And so this was the example of normalized data model, and the next type of the data model which we have is known as denormalized data model, which is the total reverse of the sorry, I should call it as an embedded data model. It is the reverse of the normalized data model. That is why it is also referred to as denormalized data model. When on one hand, when the normalized data model says that distribute the data across multiple documents, on the other hand, this embedded data model says put all the data into one document. Okay, so this is known as embedded data model. Okay, and okay, I think I will give you the example, a practical example of the embedded data model in the next session. Will that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Will that be okay, or shall I give it right away? Whatever you say.
Tomorrow, sir.
Tomorrow. Okay. So I will give you the example of embedded data model tomorrow, and we will be talking about some more concepts over here. So referencing, looking, drivers, perfect. Yes, that is what we will be talking about tomorrow. So just remind me that tomorrow we will need to start off with embedded data model, right?
Sir, how many classes are we left with?
So today is only third session. Do you want to finish it ASAP?
No, sir.
I told you in the starting the total duration is somewhere around 10 to 12 hours. So few more sessions to go. Is it really that boring? Very boring?
No.
Okay, just kidding. No worries. So how are you finding Mongo till here?
Good, sir.
Interesting, sir.
So you can see the flexibility over here, but only one challenge you have seen. I also make the mistake. So if you are doing mistake, it is absolutely fine. Right? So don't worry about the mistake. Just do it. If you will do it, the mistakes will be there, and mistakes are your best teacher. Okay?
Sure, sir.
Perfect. So with this, we are taking a pause over here, and we will be continuing in our next session. Right? So thank you all. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Hello,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Do you have a minute?
Who is this?
Mehak here.
Yes, Mac, tell me. How can I help you?
Sir, I had that query about my SQL thing. Do you have 2
Okay.
minutes today?
Yes, quickly show me.
Okay, so can you give me the screenshot?
Just a second. Right. So the session is over from my end. I'm just addressing to the Mahek question. So anybody who wants to leave can leave. Mahek, you can share.
So can you see my screen? No, not yet. Wait. So can you see my screen now? So I
Yes.
made the changes like you suggested last time.
Yeah.
It's not working now. I don't know
It's
what
not
I
working.
did.
Okay, let me check that.
This is the add order here.
Hold. Let me have a look.
Yeah.
First of all, show me the trigger. Where is your trigger? That is in start. What was this? Orders trigger.
Yeah, insert order trigger.
Where it is?
Right here. So
Highlight. I can't see that.
This one.
Is this the one? Okay, create trigger name on order for insert as begin. Declare @ID in this. Set ROL is equal to select reorder level for stock where PID. Okay, you have taken the reorder level. Set @ID is equal to select stock quantity from stock where PID is equal to select PID from inserted. What are you doing over here? Stock quantity is equal to, my dear, what is, okay, here it is. You are making it confusing. You can use more. What is this underscore ID meant for? Tell me.
So this is getting me the balance.
So why are you calculating the balance like that? Why can't you take another this ROL? And initially you are talking about the ROL, and ROL you have taken reorder level. No, my dear. It should be
So this is subtracting the
hold
supplier quantity
patience,
from the order quantity.
patience, hold. And this is and ID, blah, blah. Right. So I can say we are talking about, see, you have mixed up the two things. Forget about reorder level. Go back to your original trigger. Okay. So let me do one more thing. Create trigger name on order for insert, which is your data. It is your database is inventory.
Inventory, yes, sir.
And order and stock. Right, here it is. So I'm saying we have to accept the order depending on the availability of the stock, right? Don't think about anything, think only this. Is this the main requirement? Yes, no?
Yes.
Answer quick.
Yes, sir. But we have
Right.
to update the purchase one also, right?
My dear, if you cannot work on the modular approach, it will be tough.
Okay.
It is a very small thing. You are just clubbing all the things. That is why you are getting confused. I'm saying do it one by one. Your first objective is whenever the order is placed, the stock should be updated. As
Right.
simple.
Right.
Forget about anything else.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, sir.
And in your case, the name of the column is OQTY.
Yes.
Now, if at the rate stock quantity is greater than equal to at the rate ordered quantity, then begin. What? Update
Update stock set SQTY. Right. PIDs and inserted.
Done?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, so this is what has to be done in the standard. Now we are talking about the purchase also.
Right.
Now, here, and I will say set, I will also take one more variable, declare @ RL as int. Set @RL is equal to select ROL from stock.
So, yeah.
Okay. So we have taken the ROL also. Now, and update stock set stock quantity is equal to stock quantity minus this comment. Okay. And here again, I will say here, and if within this another if
So you're defining
stock,
SQ again after that.
I'm not defining, my dear, I'm giving a value to it. I'm setting the value. Defining is declaring. Declare.
Oh yeah.
The
Okay.
variable is already there, right? We updated the stock quantity. If I talk my existing variable, what does it contain? It contains the original stock quantity, but now it
Okay.
has been updated. So we are once again fetching it from the stock table.
Stock table. Okay, now
And
it's
we are
the
checking.
updated.
So it will have the stock quantity. Now, if the stock quantity is less than or equal to @reorder level, right?
Equal to reorder
Then
level.
begin. What?
Update.
Insert
No.
insert into what? Purchase.
Purchase. Oh yes. Now the purchase.
Always you are going to update. Huh? Insert into purchase value. Now the product ID. Okay. So what it is? Either it is better because we are using this PID at multiple places. So you can also take a variable for it.
Okay.
Okay. Shall I?
Sure, sir. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So that I will say declare. So taking the variable is totally your choice. It makes the work more easier according to me.
Right.
Declare let's say PI as PID as PI. So let's do it as PI as char pi. And here I can say that @PI is equal to. So now anywhere we have used the select PID from inserted, you can use @PI. Okay, I'm not changing it.
Right,
Okay,
sir. That's fine. Yeah.
so update insert into purchase value. So it will be @PI. Okay, then what is this SQT1? This is what is this?
This is the odd.
Is it
Stock
purchase?
table.
Is it the purchase table? No,
sir.
I let me see where is your purchase table. Where I have written the command purchase.
So you can just select.
Oh, here it is. It was a stock. Sorry. select star from purchase. So product ID, then the supplier ID. Now you need the supplier ID. So it will be select SID from supplier what is this? Where PID is equal to, now again you can take it in a variable. PID is equal to what? PI.
PI.
So we are getting the supplier ID of this particular supplier. Then
The
comma.
close bracket.
Thank you for reminding that. Then select SID from supplier where PID is equal to this.
RL.
Then I need the purchase quantity and it will be equal to the
RL.
what?
No, MOQ. Sorry, MOQ.
MOQ. So if you want, you can take it for that also. Let's take one more variable, other we have to write a long query. So just see over here how I am taking the variables. Okay. As per the requirement, I am declaring the variable. Declare normally as a good programming practice, it should be at one place. Okay. Declare at the rate MQ as int, and here I can say select at set at the rate MQ is equal to select MOQ from stock where PID is equal to, here now you can also say at the rate PI, right? I'm leaving it up to you. You just need to execute it. I'm just giving you the idea. Although in giving you the idea, I have written the entire code.
I know.
Very
I
smart.
was going in circles again and again. I just couldn't get out of it.
But I have given you this code because you have put in the efforts and you have showed it me. So that is why I'm giving it to you. But I will not execute it.
Right, sir.
Okay. At the rate, what was that? P. At the rate MQ. Comma.
Get it.
Very smart. Here it is. And say commit. That's it.
Commit. Okay. Then end.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay. Purchase supplier. Where is your supplier table?
The add order remains the same only, right? That doesn't change.
Awesome. I have done a mistake. Select SID from product. The name is product where PID is equal to at the rate PI. Now makes sense. Okay. Getting this? So let's quickly understand this. I have not manipulated your code, so you can see how it needs to be implemented. Right. What is this? Yeah. Can you just reduce the width of this? Can you just reduce the width of this? I'm unable to do so.
I don't know what happened to me.
Yes, pull it down. Yeah, fine. So once again, let's have this variable. So create trigger name on orders for insert as begin, and we have taken some variables over here. You know why we have taken these variables, correct?
Right.
So product ID is, we have fetched the product ID which has been inserted. Order quantity, we have taken the order quantity from inserted. SQ is the stock quantity. So we have fetched the stock quantity which is there for the product which is being inserted. We have also fetched the reorder level and the minimum order quantity for the respective product. Now we are checking if the stock quantity is greater than equal to the ordered quantity, then we have updated the stock and commit. Okay, we updated the stock and then we have set over here, set at the SQ is equal to select quantity from stock where PID. So we have got SQ. Just a second, set at the, okay, we are getting the updated stock quantity over here. And now we are checking whether the updated stock quantity is below the reorder level. If yes, we are making the insert into the purchase statement over here. Okay, and commit and simple. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.